the GOAT. Like, he got that golden leg. I got all the faith in him. You know, I'm on the sideline praying, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I know Tuck can do it. He do it all day in practice. He just walk around playing, kicking field goals, 65-yarders. So I got all the faith in him.
That's Lamar Jackson talking about his kicker, Justin Tucker, who made the 49-yarder to win the game, delivered the 10th victory of the season for the Ravens. Sunday statement draft time. Chris Simms has the trivia question that determines the first pick. Come on, give me your best or your worst.
Oh, well, you're screwed. There's no way you're getting this right.
Jared Allen.
No, you're wrong. Dolphins kicker Jason Sanders caught a 1-yard touchdown pass from punter Matt Hack in the Dolphins' 37-31 win over the Eagles yesterday. Who was the last kicker to catch a TD pass? Yeah, stats gave you the old.
Can I give the finger to the control room without actually?
Yeah, let's just give it the stats. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do this. Pick
Jared
the
Allen.
right decade. Let's go right decade.
The right decade, the 80s.
Okay. I was trying to be nice there. I don't know where to go with that.
Who was it? Pete Stoyanovich?
Jim Turner in 1977. Stats doesn't like
stats,
you, but I get it.
Listen,
it's okay. I don't like.
We got to work
either.
on this.
Yeah.
We got to work on this.
Yeah.
This is a problem. This is like a needle in the haystack when we don't even know where the haystack is. I mean, at least use questions that we have a reasonable chance of getting, so we can look like we know what we're talking about. But then again, anybody who's watching the show or listening to it, that would hear those questions, they have to be thinking, "What's wrong with the people who are coming up with these questions?
Right?
What's wrong with them?"
Right? Well,
right?
Yeah. Right. I mean, you didn't know who Jim Turner was.
I know who Jim Turner is. I had no idea he caught a touchdown pass.
I mean, how dare you? You host a football show and you didn't know that?
You
what an idiot you are.
I'd rather have the rigged coin toss. At least I had a chance you'd outsmart yourself.
Right. But that's doubtful. I can't outsmart myself. I'm too dumb for that. All right. Deshaun Watson will be my Sunday statement. I mean, how can I not talk about it? He just was so impressive in the game last night against a defense we're watching do historical things as far as pass defense is considered, points allowed, all of those things. That secondary so special. Deshaun Watson basically said, yes, New England, you're special, but so am I, and I am going to be a player in this AFC when it's all said and done. And it's his abilities that neutralize great defenses like the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots don't have a great pass rusher, so they have to do it with blitz and scheme and stunts. Therefore, at times, they leave guys man-to-man open downfield. Deshaun Watson, I would argue, is the best deep ball thrower in football. He's certainly in that conversation. And then when he has DeAndre Hopkins, Fuller, and Kenny Stills at his disposal, it is dangerous, and it's tough to stop him because of his ability to extend plays and his accuracy down the field. So Watson, I think, makes a big statement just in going, yeah, I'm the man, but also, hey, don't forget about us Houston Texans.
And I'm amazed what the Texans been able to accomplish 2 weeks after getting blown off the field by the Ravens 41-7.
Yeah.
The idea that they have beaten the Colts on a short week and now handled the Patriots, and they are right in the thick of things, and they have an outside shot at a bye if the Patriots continue to stumble. And now all they have to do is tie them, but they hold the tiebreaker over the Chiefs. They hold the tiebreaker over the Patriots. Something for the Texans to build on and be proud of. Right. I got to go Lamar Jackson. Look, the passing numbers weren't spectacular, 105 yards, but to have his fifth career double-triple, a stat that was identified and invented by Michael David Smith, an important stat, a rare stat. It doesn't happen as often as you think it would, where a player has 100 or more yards in any two statistical categories. Lamar Jackson is now second all-time with 5, and it's only his second season. Mike Vick has 8 for his career. There are 4 others who are tied with 4 in their career. Lamar Jackson has 4 this year alone. He is a true dual threat, 101 rushing, 105 passing, and it keeps defenses on their heels. It makes it easier for him to pass because they're worried about him running. Makes it easier for him to run because they're worried about him passing. He's just an incredible talent. Yeah. And like your guy Kyle Shanahan said last week, when he runs the football, he becomes a running back. Yeah. He's not a running quarterback. He is a running back. He's not looking to get out of bounds. He's not looking to slide. He's not looking to throw out of the pocket. Once he decides to go, he's gone. And that decisiveness coupled with the agility, the speed, the moves, that move where he put the guy on his butt, that was incredible. Just on your, the juke in the rain and just down you go. It's incredible to watch, and he continues to be the favorite for the MVP award.
Yeah, he is special. He's a game changer. I mean, we're seeing an offense invented around a guy that we've never seen the skills of a quarterback like this before be on full display, especially because of what they built around him.
What are they going to do next year if Greg Roman is the head coach somewhere else?
That's hopefully they have somebody in the wings that's learning this system and how to, install and come up with creative ways to run the ball on a weekly basis. Yeah, that's the tough thing about it. Now, Greg Roman, there's not a lot of Lamar Jacksons out there either. So hopefully he's not too jumpy to go get a head coaching job, but there certainly will be a dialogue there because
I'm looking at their assistant coaches. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you're right. If you're John Harbaugh, you're telling somebody, pay attention to what is happening.
Yes.
Because you may be running this thing next year.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, gosh, there's a lot of places I want to go here. I think, though, really I'm going to go to the Steelers defense as another Sunday statement, just because, the way that game started and the Cleveland Browns going down the field the first two drives of the game, and you go, oh, gosh, this doesn't look good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They settled in and basically shut the Cleveland Browns offense down after getting in the hole 10-0. The game was never the same really after that point. Yeah, the offense found its way. Duck Hodges made a few throws, but the defense just constantly around Baker Mayfield, around the ball as far as throws he was trying to make downfield. They're very creative in what they do in the back end. It's not always sound, but with that front four, the way they can get after the passer, they have a few creative blitzes to go along with it, and then they move a lot of people all over the place, disguises and all types of tricks in the secondary. To me, the Steelers defense is shown improving that they're a Super Bowl defense. They really are. And this offense, if they can just be somewhat adequate, the Steelers are going to be a real pain in the butt in the AFC.
Yeah, and it was more than adequate yesterday. And I had James Washington on my list because he had those 4 catches for 111 yards, 27.8 yards per catch, which is just incredible. I'm going to stick with the receiver. I'm surprised you haven't taken Aaron Rodgers yet. Should I take Aaron Rodgers just to keep you from taking him in round 3?
You can
Would that
if you want.
Your day up?
I was trying to go around,
I got to give Devontae Parker some love. I mean, this guy has been a disappointing first-round pick. He's been injured a lot. He's been ineffective. It seems like every year they're expecting and waiting for him to break out. And this year he's having the best season of his career, 110 yards beyond his prior high with still 4 games to go. He had the great performance yesterday and helped fuel a Dolphins team that really isn't playing for anything. And to see these teams that are done, that are cooked, to have those great performances, just like the love of the sport. And the tanking talk is over. 7 catches for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns for Devontae Parker. And Ryan Fitzpatrick told me, look, once he caught the first one, I knew it was going to be his day, and I kept going to him, and it was smart for him to keep doing that.
Play the hot hand. The guy's talented. Health has been the biggest issue. And, he clearly was too much for these Eagles corners to handle yesterday, who – are smaller type corners. It's not a great matchup for them going against this guy who's 6'3", and they're 5'11" and 6 foot. But they continued to feed Devontae Parker. And then even threw a touchdown pass to Gesicki later in the game where it was the same type of thing. He was just too big for Jalen Mills on the right side. But good for Parker. And you said it during the show, they got him signed up for at least another year. So they got something to build on there. Whatever they do at quarterback, they'll have a marquee number 1 wide receiver. All right. I mean, I could go with Nick Foles. I've thought about that, but he made a crappy statement, but it was a statement nonetheless.
Save it for the GOAT draft.
I'm saving it, but I'm giving, Derrick Henry's crossed my mind, Jared Goff.
I still have a pick.
I know, I don't care. It doesn't matter. This one, there's too many picks to go around. I'm going with Darius Geis, though, who are making his Sunday statement. We haven't talked about that game a whole lot, but the Washington Redskins, I think we saw a little bit in the glimpse of their future. As far as yesterday played out, hey, Dwayne Haskins, the quarterback, Darius Geis, the guy that's going to be the bell cow between the tackles. He's had a tough go at it in the NFL. Tore his ACL, his rookie preseason. This past year was dealing with injuries again early in the year, throughout training camp, all of that. This was really his breakout game. He's had a few breakout moments and plays over the last few weeks, but this was a complete game to have, 10 rushes for 129 yards. I'm calling that off the top of my head. I know I'm ballpark right somewhere there. 10 for 129, and really the 2 biggest runs of the day. that set up scores for the Washington Redskins were the difference in the game. But good for him overall. Good for Bill Callahan. He's an O-line coach. He's designed a lot of good things, and Darius Geis was awesome yesterday.
All right, I give criticism where it's due, and I give credit where it's due. I had Jared Goff on our pressure draft on Friday when Big Cat was working and you weren't. And Jared Goff responded to the pressure. 424 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 120.7 passer rating, the most passing yards of the week, the only guy with 400-plus yards. And, look, the Rams got embarrassed on Monday night. For them to pull it together the way they did and to win that game, and I know it's just the Cardinals, but the Cardinals are still not a bad team. And good for the Rams.
Was domination.
Good for the Rams. And look, I still think their schedule down the stretch is such that it's going to be very difficult for them to get to the playoffs. And, they're going to be a game behind the Vikings tonight, even if the Vikings lose. But they're there.
Yeah.
And
no, it's
all they
not
can
over
ask
yet.
for is a chance to be there down the stretch, and they're there. We didn't think they'd be there, and they are.
Yep, and they got the Seahawks next week. So they got to play Kyler Murray yesterday. Now they get to play a similar quarterback next week. And, of course, we know that they went toe-to-toe with the Seahawks earlier this year. And the Seahawks with the Jadeveon Clowney problem, that's concerning to me. So, I mean, the Rams, this is not the last we've heard of them. Last week was a butt-whooping, and they've never been whooped like that as far as the Ravens game. But yesterday was the proper way to bounce back.
All right.
Way to go, Jared Goff.
Simms picks Deshaun Watson, the Steelers defense, Darius Geis. I've got Lamar Jackson, Devontae Parker, and Jared Goff.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.